55mm diploma, just blinded myself off the foil box. Hello everyone, and another day, another dollar. I'm going to talk about today the DJI RS4 Mini, which is a gimbal, which obviously I use for lots of different things, but a lot of the time using for filming cars now. So that's where in one of my videos recently you would have seen where things are sort of heading, and doing lots of cars, things like that is awesome. Something I love. Cars, automotive stuff, planes, stuff like that is always cool. The thing is, when you're holding one of these for quite a long period of time, they do weigh a little bit, and as much as I've got the A6700 on, I've actually got the wrong sort of lens really. This is a full frame Sigma 14-24 f2.8, and I've had the 35mm on there, the f1.2 as well, and they are big hefty lenses. So what I needed to do, and I've been thinking about it for a while, was make one more purchase. Well packaged Wex, thank you. You can get in here. There she is. So Wex Photographic, fabulous company. So I use two companies mainly for photo kit, and that will be Wex and Park Cameras. So you've got Wex and there's Park Cameras as well. Park Cameras is my more local shop I would use, but sometimes Wex have things that the other shop doesn't. Mainly in the used departments, this is what I'm trying to get into. They both sell used kit, and that's probably the best way of doing it nowadays. I can't get into this. There is a 12-month warranty on this, so why would you not buy used at the end of the day? It's a fantastic. I need a knife. 2 secs. I am back. Yeah, sorry about that. They've put the tape on there to seal this, and yeah, it's that tape that doesn't rip very easy, which is obviously good in some respects. So it's coming in a box, wrapped up. Hasn't got the original box, but end of the day, the box doesn't mean much. Just gonna get this out. Put that there for a moment. So I've gone for an 18-50 f2.8, and as you can see, it's quite dinky. And what that's going to allow me is to have a lighter setup, but also a little bit more durability, because you can see the size difference there of the lens is completely different. Obviously, this is a 14-24, so it's even in crop factor, it's very slightly wider than that will be, but it's much lighter. On this gimbal, with this lens or the 35mm f1.2, for example, the worst case scenario, this is right on it's tilted right back on its sort of almost limit of that type of lens and weight. So to be able to put something a lot smaller on there with a bit more durability, because at the end of the day, now I'm going to be able to go from that to that. So I'll have a bit more, I can narrow angles down and things like that as well. So yeah, really, really kind of cool. But just keep the weight down, and the fact is this will be a 27-70, so it gives me quite a nice range. This was about 25% cheaper than a brand new one, but again, you still get the warranty. So yeah, can't really moan at all. This is f2.8 through the range, so it means I have f2.8 from, well, 18-50 or 27-70. So yeah, really, really cool. Well, I had to buy another thing for it, because obviously we need filters, and especially if you're photographing cars or filming cars. God blimey, this stuff they put stuff you can't get into. You need either ND filters sometimes, not all the time, depending on what you're filming and depending on what you're trying to do. And polarizing filter is one of the most important ones, just to reduce your reflections. And they are circular polarizer, which means you rotate it and the reflections will move. So quite often you'll take, say, 3 or 4 photos, then combine them to remove all harsh reflections and to really pull out the colour. Actually get into this box would be really nice. Come on, there we go. So K&F concept filters, which I like about it, is you do get a cleaning cloth with it as well. This is their magnetic series, and I only use the magnetic ones now because they are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you pay a little bit more money, but it just means you can take the filter on and off quickly, simply, with no drama whatsoever. So you get, if I can get it off without, there we go. You get your magnetic ring which screws onto the lens, like so. And that will just stay on there now. So one, you've actually got a bit of bash protection on there. And then when you go, oh, I need my polarizing filter on. Done. It also then rotates, obviously, and then when you're done, just lift it off. So it changes the way you can photograph stuff in efficiency because it's just easier. So many times in the past you've gone to screw one on, you're like, oh, I can't get it on, it's cross thread, or you can't get the bloody thing undone. It just makes life a lot easier because now you know you've got that one on there permanently. And now I can just order, I haven't ordered any more yet, but I just wanted one just to get straight on there so I can utilise it, is the magnetic one. So yeah, we've got a magnetic circular polarizer which obviously aids with reflections. So, and it also brings out blues and skies and things like that. So yeah, very, very cool. Obviously lens cap will stay in the box probably, because I generally don't bother, but for the moment it will stay on there. I just leave the lens hoods on. But yeah, we go. Yeah, so that is going to be a fantastic bit of kit. Let's whip this one off. Off here quick. So A6700 with a full frame, 14 to 24 on there at the moment, compared to this little bugger. And oh my god, the weight straight away is massive. Massively lighter, a lot less front heavy obviously. So yeah, huge difference. Actually quite a nice little lens. I did have I think it was an 18 to 135 Sony, but I sold it very quickly because it wasn't very usable. It was a nice lens and it did have quite a bit of a range, but at the same time you were kind of you felt a little bit stuck with it. So at least with this is that I've got, you know, it's quite a nice little thing, and yeah, this will be used a lot for filming. Obviously I do have other lenses I can plonk on there if I need to, but for now, so you know, it's going to be a very usable piece of equipment, and it's one that I was recommended by Park Cameras and Wex actually when I spoke to people about filming with the A6700. So it's ideal because I just want to keep the weight down, because you don't want to be, I mean, to be fair, that feels lighter than just the lens on its own. So there we go. You know, so when you're carrying that camera on a gimbal, it's now going to be a lot lighter, a lot more smooth and easier to be utilising and carrying it around for a long period of time. Plus I've got a bit more, I can do that when zooming in and out and go wide angle into more of a thing. We have a helicopter coming in from somewhere, straight overhead. You can probably hear that. Don't know if he'll be in the shot. Very quiet, considering. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I think it was 20 quid for that. there's a 55mm, I'm just blinding myself off the foil box. Yeah, K&F Concept, Nano K series filter, 55mm this lens is, so small. I had thought about buying, because on the 35mm f1.2 Sigma and the Sony 135 G Master, they are both 82, and I thought, can I get a 55 to 82 adapter ring that's magnetic? Yeah, you can, but I couldn't find one that was available, and I just thought, oh, I might as well just buy the proper filters. And actually, to be fair, they're nice and small. I've got a filter pouch that I slot them into, so I have them with me for all the different lenses, and I've got all magnetic ones now, so it's just nice and easy and quick. No faffing about. You can literally just swap them out very, very quickly. So at some point, as I need to, I'll probably order some ND filters. Right, I've done it, and oh my word, absolute game changer. Like, so light, it's ridiculous. Actually, like, that is so much nicer. Yeah, I mean hardly even breaking a sweat. It doesn't even pull on your wrists at all. So yeah, much nicer to use. So yeah, we'll get out and use this. I think on Monday I've got some filming to do, so we shall try it out for the real world. But yeah, absolutely wicked. So that is what you call wicked. So Tommy's down here somewhere. Thomas, come here. Come here. Come on. Come and say hello. Oh, go and pick you up. There he is. There, mate. Purring away. There we go. What are you doing? Oh, who knows? But there we go. It's a nice day. Finally. It's been horrendous for the last few days. But new toy to go and play with. So that's really cool. So we can now go and do not knock the camera over. Go and take some pictures, which will be really nice. This is the thing with the RS4 Mini though, is this plate. I can't be bothered. The reason I've kept or started to use the A6700s, because the A6700 I bought as just a backup camera to sort of sit beside the A1. And I thought, well, it's got some benefits, obviously smaller sensor, which means you're going to get a little bit of natural depth of field, a bit of extra, which is obviously sometimes flattering and actually helps you with your filming a lot of the time, where full frame can actually be a little bit too shallow sometimes. So I thought, well, actually having a APS-C size sensor, it's going to just give me a little bit more depth. So I thought, well, that's a benefit. Obviously size wise, nice and light and small, fits in my bag. Image quality, amazing, very, very good. And in the real world, it's hard to tell in reality any camera nowadays, isn't it? They're very, very good. And some decent lenses. So there we go. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to walk around the garden and see how close this focus is and whatnot, and see how easy it is to get some good shots with it. But there we go. The thing that I found with zoom lenses is quite few and far between in the APS-C size lenses. You've got a lot of primes, but there isn't actually that many really good zoom lenses that are usable in what you need. So there isn't really any other people that do an 18 to 50, for example, other than Sony, I think. And I don't even know if they do one. They do the 18 to 135 and 18 to 105, I think. This feels nice. So anyway, let's go and snap some pictures and see what we can capture. Tommy's here as well, so we'll probably take a couple of him just to see. And yeah, go from there. See you in a while.